You just got the promotion you worked years for. The salary bump is real. The title change is real. You feel good, finally. Then your phone rings. It's your mom. She needs help with rent. Again. Your brother needs money for car repairs. Again. Your cousin, who you haven't heard from in 6 months, suddenly needs a small loan. And just like that, the raise is gone before you even see it. If that story sounds familiar, you might be paying what's known as the black tax. And today we are going to talk about what it really is, why it happens, what it costs you, and most importantly, how to stop letting it quietly destroy your financial future. Stay with me, because this one is personal. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is the black tax? The black tax is the financial responsibility that falls on black individuals, and more broadly, first-generation earners in many cultures, to financially support their extended family. We're talking rent, medical bills, school fees, groceries, funerals, wedding contributions, Christmas, back-to-school shopping, emergency after emergency after emergency. Now, the term originated in South Africa, where it described how black professionals were expected to carry entire households on their salaries while their white counterparts could invest that same money into building personal wealth. But honestly, this concept hits home for black communities all over the world, in the US, the UK, the Caribbean, across the African diaspora. The names change. The feeling doesn't. And here's the important thing I want you to hear. This isn't about blaming your family. It's not about saying your family doesn't deserve help. The black tax exists because of generational poverty, because of systemic barriers that prevented wealth from being built in previous generations, because your parents couldn't invest, your grandparents couldn't own property in certain neighborhoods, and the result is that the burden of all that history lands on you. That's not fair, but it is the reality, and the first step to changing it is understanding it. Now let me show you what the black tax actually costs you, not just emotionally, but financially. Because I think when you see these numbers, you're going to feel something. Let's say you earn $60,000 a year. You bring home roughly $4,000 a month after taxes. Between helping your parents with $400 a month, covering your siblings' phone bill at $80, sending money home during emergencies, let's say $200 on average, you're quietly spending around $680 a month on family obligations. That's $8,160 a year. Now here's where it gets painful. If instead you had invested that $680 every month into an index fund with an average return of 8% per year, over 30 years that becomes, and I need you to really hear this, over $1 million. $1 million. Not because you earn more, not because you had a secret inheritance, but simply because that money went to work for you instead of disappearing into a financial black hole. And look, I know what some of you are thinking. But Josephine, my family needed that money. And you're right. They did. I'm not disputing that. But here's the hard truth. If you burn yourself down to keep everyone else warm, eventually there's nothing left to burn. And when you need help, when you get sick, when you lose a job, who's going to be there for you? This is not selfish thinking. This is survival thinking. This is generational wealth thinking. I also want to acknowledge something that doesn't get talked about enough in personal finance spaces. The guilt. When you say no to your mom, it doesn't feel like a financial decision. It feels like betrayal. When you don't answer a cousin's request, you wonder if you've become someone who forgot where they came from. When you're sitting at a family gathering and everyone knows you're doing well, there's this silent pressure, this invisible expectation that being successful means taking care of everyone. And let's be honest, sometimes the family lays it on thick. You're the smart one. You went to school. I sacrificed for you. That is not fair. And you are allowed to feel frustrated by it. Love and financial boundaries are not opposites. You can love your family deeply and protect your financial future. In fact, protecting your financial future is one of the most loving things you can do for the next generation. Because when you build wealth, you break the cycle. You become the person who doesn't need to call their child in a panic. You build the emergency fund, the inheritance, the safety net that your parents never had. That is power. All right. So now that we understand what the black tax is and what it costs, let's talk strategy. Because I'm not here to just tell you what's wrong. I'm here to help you fix it. Here are 4 steps you can take starting today. Step 1. Know your numbers first. Before you can help anyone, you need to know exactly what you have. Build your own budget. Know your fixed expenses, your savings goals, your investments. Think of it like the oxygen mask on the airplane. You put yours on first, then you help others. If you don't know your numbers, you're giving money away by default. And I don't know is not a financial strategy. Step 2. Create a family giving budget. This was game-changing for me. Instead of giving reactively, whenever someone calls, whenever there's an emergency, set a fixed monthly amount that you are willing and able to contribute to family support. Maybe that's $100. Maybe it's $300. Whatever it is, that's it. That's the number. When it's gone, it's gone. And you know what happens when you do this? You stop feeling guilty because you're already contributing. And you stop going broke because there's a limit. Step 3. Have the hard conversation. This is the step most people skip, and it's the most important one. You have to talk to your family. Not a lecture. Not a fight. A real, honest conversation about what you can and cannot do. Something like, I love you and I want to support this family. Here's what I'm able to give consistently. I also have my own financial goals I'm working toward, and I need to protect those too. It won't be perfect the first time. That's okay. You're planting a seed. Step 4. Build the wealth that breaks the cycle. The ultimate goal isn't just to protect your money. It's to build enough of it that the cycle of financial crisis in your family ends with your generation. Max your 401k. Open a Roth IRA. Invest consistently. Build an emergency fund. Buy assets. Because the version of you that has real wealth, that version can help your family in a way that actually lasts. Not just putting out fires, but preventing them. Here's what I want you to take away from this video today. The black tax is real. The financial impact is real. The emotional weight is real. But so is your ability to change it. You didn't come this far, you didn't work this hard, just to funnel every dollar you make back into a cycle of financial crisis. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to invest. You are allowed to say no. And you are allowed to build wealth, not just for yourself, but as an act of love for every generation that comes after you. That is the real legacy. That is the real inheritance. So let's build it. If this video resonated with you, if you've ever felt this pressure, drop a comment below. Tell me your story. Tell me what step you're going to take first. I'll read every single one. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, someone who is quietly giving everything away, share this video with them. You might just change their life. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. New videos every week, all about building real wealth, real talk, no fluff. I'm Josephine, and I'll see you in the next one.